Being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it will get you the right ones. That's what the Buddha said. And I agree with that, in particular in the case of selecting a mentor and having the benefit of having a mentor in your life, particularly in terms of business and possibly career development. In my life, I had a mentor or mentors at different stages in my career, and they specifically took me from being a manager to being a director, and then being from a director to a business owner. These individuals instilled in me a belief that I probably didn't have in myself, but more importantly, a skill set. They held me accountable and also taught me real life skills and the application of those skills and knowledge in a manner that enabled me to have a much faster run into doing what I needed to do than what they had, I suppose, the first time they did that. So I think having a mentor is an exceptionally important thing to get. It is kind of a luxury, but it is something that we should all aspire to get, and somebody we should try to meet and hold on to in terms of our own development, because having mentors will enable us to become much better versions of ourselves, but also leverage and reference other people's prior success. In my particular case, I think that mentors will enable you to be held accountable, as well as being pushed to the next level of whatever field you need to be pushed into. I had mentors when I was running my first sporting event in the sport that I loved, which was in bodyboarding. I had a lot of mentors around me who helped me do that successfully, and that turned out to be an event that was probably one of the most successful bodyboarding events that took place. I'd never done that before. I attribute that specifically to having a mentor, being told the right things to do, and also being told the honest truths that I needed to hear, but sometimes I didn't necessarily want to hear. I came out of that process a much more rounded operator, not only in that sport, but I think in general and in terms of business itself. I think the elements that have helped me in my life have been the accountability that the mentorship has brought me, but the specific kinds of accountability. There's accountability on making sure you deliver, but there's also an accountability on making sure that you acknowledge when you repeat mistakes, or acknowledge when you make mistakes, and also acknowledge when you've done really well and accept that you've done really well. But the number one critical feature, I think, of any good mentorship is having the belief of somebody else in your own abilities, because sometimes that will develop much sooner than your own belief. And I think that's the secret between going from where you are now to where you need to be in the future in order to achieve all of your goals, particularly in business. So coming forward, I will be doing a lot of videos on mentorship. It's something I believe strongly in, and to a much greater extent in having a running mate and possibly even coaching in the business space. So I look forward to running through all of that content with you. But mentorship today, I think it's a critical feature of all success in terms of business. And I think that when you're going out there and you're selecting your accountant, you're selecting your lawyer, you're possibly selecting your marketing agency or marketing person, you should also put as much value on selecting your mentor. So let's talk about that over the coming few videos. Thank you.